faced with a challenge, or an opportunity, I should say, to get into a cup final. You know, you kind of forget about things that you've done in the past and put this in the forefront. So, I mean, I'm ecstatic about it, and it would rate very high on my plate.
Carl, you're a homeboy. You were born in Leicester. You started playing for Leicester when you were on the bright young things in English basketball. I guess you can appreciate more than most what cup success would mean for the city, for the club and for the fans.
Most definitely. I've won a couple of championships with the Towers and a couple of the teams, but for Leicester, being from Leicester and Leicester not winning anything, the crowd and the fans would be very, very appreciative. So would the people of Leicester. And it mean a lot to myself personally, my family and a lot of the players. We're just looking forward to the game. We're looking forward to winning it. We know we're the underdogs, but we know if we come out, play our Leicester Riders type basketball, play out the best of our game, we can definitely beat the Thames Valley Tigers and go through to the finals.
And what kind of game are you expecting?
I'm expecting a high-scoring, exciting game. It's going to be a lot of emotions, and I just hope that we can come out on top.
I think we have good all-around talent. One of the top scorers in the league, Pernell Perry. We're pretty strong on the boards, and you know, Larry Johnson, he's a great talent. Ralph Blaylock, we all know about his past. So, you know, I think we have good all-around talent. It's just a matter of us meshing it together, and you know, for those 2 or 3 hours for the game on Sunday, I think it'll be very important that we just play as a team.
Now, you spent a season at Thames Valley, so I guess you know them better than anybody. What are their strengths?
I mean, they have several strengths, I believe. Firstly is their coach, Paul James. He's a great coach. He's a great strategist. And for big games like this, he's always has his team prepared, very well prepared. Then they probably have one of the top 5 players in the league, John McCord. And great supporting cast, Tony Christie, Greg Meldrum, Shandar Bingham. So, you know, they have a team full of great players, and they have a great coach, so that's a dangerous combination.
At the end of the day, I've been in this seat before. I love cup competitions. I love back against the wall pressure situations. I love playing in front of the TV cameras. My players do as well. We relish this opportunity to bring back a champion. And also, there's not a bookmaker in Britain or anywhere in the world that's going to make us favorites today. We're the underdog. We're Cinderella, and Cinderella's walking out of the Coventry Sky Dome tonight with a nice glass slipper. This team is very focused. This team realizes what this championship could mean to the city of Leicester, to the Leicester Riders organization, to the long-serving, loyal fans of the Leicester Riders. This is paramount. This is huge. We must get to the final. It's got to happen today in Coventry. The Riders are focused. We're going to give you a game and a half.
He certainly knows how to sell it. He's going to make me cry. So let's get to the game very quickly. And in the commentary box, it's Alton Bird and Bob Ballard.
If the outcome of the game was dictated by history, there's no point in Leicester even showing up in all meetings between the teams. The Tigers have a 47 wins to 5 record. The Tigers very much on top. This is the Leicester Riders team that Billy Mims has put together. And of course, the men they'll be looking forward to most to try and do something for them. Number 4, Billy Singleton, against his former club, top defensive rebounder in the league, and also Ralph Blaylock. That's the starting 5. Singleton wearing 4, Johnson 5, Leake 7, Perry 8, and Blaylock 21. There's Billy Singleton, top defensive rebounder in the country. He's been around, but seems to get better with age, and what a difficult man he is to guard.
Give it up if you're supporting Thames.
This is how they got through the final. Fairly easy passage in the first round. Teesside Moorhawks, they beat 110-102 there from the first division. And Birmingham Bullets in the quarterfinal overtime win, 118-109. Thames Valley Tigers, winners in 1998, where they beat the Leicester Riders, and they have a short bench, but a very impressive one at that. And they also have the player of the month for November, John McCord, wearing 25. This is their starting 5, of course, including John McCord. Tony Christie, 23, 13, Mike Redd. Well, their new additions, Chandler Bingham wearing 11, and Greg Meldrum, they'll be looking for a lot of outside points from him, wearing 6. Here's McCord. Player of the season so far without any doubt at all. He's averaging in addition to 25 points per game and looking very impressive indeed. It's how they got to this stage, 112-100 winners against the reigning champion Sheffield Sharks, and Derby a 13-point victory over them in the quarterfinal. two officials in charge of this first semi-final, Keith Williams and Rob Hickman, who is closest to our camera.
Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, make some noise for the Riders and the Tigers.
All the way up when it was being touched, to wait for it to come back down again.
Taking possession from
Ball inbounded by John McCord from the centre line.
Mike Red.
Thames Valley playing from left to right. McCord in control of the ball to Greg Meldrum. Meldrum again from outside, and initially straight away off he goes. And puts him down for three. They try and respond at the other end for the first rebound for Chandler Bingham. Here's McCord. Always keen to get involved as early as he can in the game, and there he goes to prove it. 2 points for the captain, and Thames Valley 5-0 up. Johnson, over away inside, touches the leg, so a reset of the clock. And we should point out that this year, for the first time, not only is it 4 quarters in this competition, but a 24-second shot clock as well. Now, we've heard from Billy Mims what they think from the Leicester perspective. Paul James is hoping this might be the spur to the rest of the season.
First point for the Riders.
This is our first chance of actually getting to our final this season. Practice has been really focused and businesslike this week, and the players know what it means, so yeah, they're ready.
Now you've got this huge streak, Thames Valley have this huge streak going over the Leicester Riders. Is that something to use to motivate the players? Is there pressure to keep it alive?
No, that concerns me, because if you beat a team that many times, sooner or later they're gonna get one over you. And I'm just hoping that it's not going to be today. But Leicester are a tough team. They've got a great starting 5, just as good as anybody else in the country. We've got to go out there and play our best game today.
And what kind of game do you think it's going to be?
It's going to be an up-tempo game for sure. Certainly we want to play up-tempo. We want to get out. It's a nice big court. We want to run the floor and get our athletic players into the game real early. So certainly I think it's going to be a high-scoring game.
Thanks, Paul.
Thanks very much.
It's a festive season, but maybe not too much brotherly love between one bench and the other. Paul James on the Thames Valley Tigers bench, and on the other side looking after things with Billy Mims. There's his brother John. And it's Thames Valley who've gone off to the best of the starts. 5-2 they lead in the early stages, but too early to really notice a pattern in the game. McCord keeps the ball in play well. Here's Bingham. Back out to McCord again, looking for a way through. Plenty of way through for him, but the shot, unusually for him, was slightly awry. Christie follows up with 2 more points. And on Thames Valley have really got the impetus early in this game.
Well, it's their kind of ball game, and if Leicester's going to win this game, they've got to keep Thames Valley off the offensive boards. They've got great athletes, Thames Valley, and Leicester is certainly going to have to work to win this game.
Travelling violation against Larry Johnson early on in the game. Things just aren't quite working for the Leicester Riders. Billy Mims wants to talk it over with his players. He's not happy with what he's seen so far.
Thames Valley Tigers.
Well, there's a replay. Ralph Blaylock trying to get to the basket. Traveling call there, but Billy Mims taking an early timeout just to talk to his team right now. They look a little bit flat, Bob.
All right? Secondly, they're killing us on the glass. And last one, Christie got the stick back. You got to stop him from scoring, and you got to make sure you don't get the rebound. Your job, stay with him everywhere, okay? All right, now, on the offensive end, we want to get to the basket, but right now it's one-on-one. You went one-on-one, you went one-on-one, you went one-on-one. We got no passing. There's no player movement, no passing. We're standing. We got to come down here and move the basketball. Let's come down next possession. Let's go 1-7 high. See if we can get into it real quick. Go to the basket, though. Attack the basket, give me movement.
And as yet, they haven't managed to get Billy Singleton into the game at all, and that could be a crucial thing for them. There is Big Billy, top defensive rebounder in the country, of course, playing up against his former club. He had a good time at Thames Valley. He's had a good time with pretty much all of the clubs he's played for, including a couple of years at Chester. Christie. Meldrum. At the moment, Thames Valley better in all departments, including the rebounds when the ball's coming back off the hoop. They're first to it every time. That's unusual for Billy Mims' side, especially with the top rebounder in Billy Singleton on his side. They're shooting from outside as well. Doesn't go. Rebound taken by Pernell Perry. Better delivery, better dispatch, and good put away by Ralph Blaylock. His first 2 of the game.
Well, there's a replay. Perry finding Ralph Blaylock all the way down the floor. Michael Redd's responsibility to get back there, and didn't get it done, and turns into an easy basket for Leicester.
Mike Redd put the ball in bounds to Meldrum from outside. His second 3, no, doesn't drop this time. And Perry with his second offensive rebound, or defensive rebound, I should say. Looking for a bit more distribution, and of course the hallmark of a Billy Mims team is they move the ball quickly and try and get it delivered down the other end, and there's 2 more for Pernell Perry, and the Leicester comeback has started.
Well, great pass from Billy Singleton to Perry for the easy basket, and Leicester will not go wrong if they can get the ball in Billy Singleton's hands. Lots of good things happen when he handles the ball for Leicester.
Now, there's not a lot of depth in the Thames Valley bench. Really, the starting 5 is pretty much their best 5 by some distance, and they'll be looking to McCord to do something. Johnson. Now, 24-second shot clock this year, so that's a difference from last year. Oh, Singleton, that's what he's so good at. So powerful, so progressive down the court.
Great pass, though. Great pass there from Johnson to Singleton. Super pass.
Now Christie. Game 8-7 with Leicester in front for the first time. All of a sudden the transition. Here's Johnson. What are we going to have here? Oh, well, 2. And there could easily have been a foul committed on the play, but the referee said no.
But here's the reason why. Michael Redd has got to get back on defense. Otherwise, Leicester's going to have layups all afternoon.
Right, let's move the game on now. The score moved on to Leicester 22, Thames Valley 25 in the second quarter, and that's where we're going to rejoin the action.
Back on the floor for the Riders.
It's Bingham. I don't think Alton Bird's going to be his agent, what he was saying just now. Meldrum on a drive. He's stopped on the way through the hoop. Thames Valley Tigers fans are delighted. Leicester Riders fans not so. Pretty even distribution of fans here from both sides too.
Yeah, I don't think you'll see me in the agent's business anytime soon.
14 on the scoreboard. 2 light flashing right there at the end.
Thames Valley have the ball, and John McCord, the man they want to have the ball in his hands, has it. Although 6 points from the captain so far. Make that 8, probably, yes. Like shelling peas when he gets in that kind of position, doesn't miss too many of them. Player of the month last month, for November, averaging over 25 points. Perry for 2. Nearly took the basket, and I think he's fallen rather awkwardly as well. He's back up on his feet now. And Carl Brown. The long shot, which doesn't drop. Who's going to get the rebound this time? And Thames Valley are first to those 50-50 balls at the moment. McCord, charging foul. Foul against McCord.
And I'll tell you, there's some great acting jobs going on here. Here's the foul. A little bit of contact, but, you know, give the guy an Oscar for that performance.
Not too late for the nomination, so next year. Leak looks inside. There's Perry. Should have put it away from there. McCord, good play from him. Paul James wanted a foul. Foul not called. 3-point attempt from Christie doesn't drop. Paul James not happy with a non-call on McCord. Perry all the way to the hoop, and he gets fouled. 2 on the come. 9 points personal for Perry.
Perry going to the rim. Great shot, great backspin to get the basket.
I think there's a certain amount of intensity in this game. Perry to make double figures. And doesn't drop, but they brought the scores back level. Meldrum. Christie. McCord. Nice work inside for Bingham. Going for a Sunday afternoon ride.
Yeah, great pass from John McCord, though. He finds Bingham right under the basket for the flush, easy basket.
Johnson, Billy Singleton, only 2 points in the game so far. That could be key. Johnson goes to the low post and tries to find a way around. The ball just bobbling around. Brown. Johnson, nowhere to drive. It's a good cover by Thames Valley. 2 seconds on the shot clock, had to get it away. And a poor shot in the end. Good cover by Thames Valley. Really swarmed around that area underneath the hoop. And there's Mr. Bingham, changing your mind at all.
Well, it's funny because Thames Valley's gone to a big lineup, and John McCord's playing the point guard. And they seem to be really getting a lot of easy baskets away from the outside shot to go inside.
Carl Brown trying to make something happen, gets fouled on the way to the hoop by Greg Meldrum. No basket, shot taken after the whistle.
Greg Meldrum.
Well, there was a travel. Carl Brown did get away with the travel, but there's some question as to whether that happened before he got fouled or after.
5 minutes and 5 remaining in this second quarter. Brown back outside. Good work down the baseline by Blaylock. Outside again for Johnson for 3. They're not falling, whereas they were earlier on. Brown through to Blaylock again. Brown just inside for 2. Up and in from Pernell Perry, was getting some of the scraps around the basket. He goes to 11 points. Now, Jackson's back into the game, so he'll take over that point guard position that John McCord held just a few seconds ago. Bingham. That's a wicked deflection. That will be end-line possession again for Thames Valley.
Well, if you're Paul James, you gotta like this, the way this game is going. He's up 3. He's got nobody in foul trouble, and doing a good job there. John McCord with the high percentage dunk there. If you're Paul James, you gotta love the way this game's going.
10 points for John McCord. Johnson from outside. Brown looking for a way through. There is no way through. Really good defensive cover by Thames Valley. They're doing double teaming on the main players. Leak goes up and in, and he'll get an extra one to come.
Drawing the foul from Bingham. Foul number 3, Chandler Bingham. He sits out, back on. He's for Calgary. Malcolm leads the line for the bonus.
Malcolm Leak on the free throw line to trim it back to a 2-point lead for Thames Valley. And he does that. He's one of the great exhibitionists in British basketball. Wears his heart very much on his sleeve. Jackson with, again, supported backcourt from John McCord, the captain. Christie. Good advance by Christie, up and doesn't drop.
The foul. Going to number 11 on the scoreboard. First foul round play up.
End-line possession for the Towers. Jackson, Christie. A little rotational move, doesn't drop this time, and Perry will try the quick break to Carl Brown. Johnson arriving on the left. Brown takes it all the way, finger roll for 2.
And that's where Carl Brown is at his best, going to the basket, unchallenged, finishing the play there. Good basket by Carl Brown.
Foul at the other end. That's an offensive foul.
Clear outs. Greg Meldrum. Foul number 2, break. Team foul situation.
So it's team fouls now, which means every time a foul is committed against the Leicester Riders, they will go to the free throw line. And Carl Brown. Brown, 4-1.
Carl Brown on the line, sticks the first.
So Leicester back in front. That's been a seesaw game, and Carl Brown now trying to bring that fast experience. He's a Leicester boy. Back to Leicester again, and he doubles his tally and puts Leicester 2 points in front. John McCord. Jackson. He's going to go for another three-point attempt. No, he isn't. Oh, good hand time by John McCord. Lovely little alley-oop.
What a terrific pass there by Greg Jackson. Finds McCord. McCord just lays it in. Great pass.
Brown. Back level again. Leak. Drive by Johnson. Nice work by Johnson, but he didn't get the reward he deserved for it. Under 3 minutes of this second quarter to go. Jackson has to go the long way around. Didn't really know where he was going there. Couldn't get control of the ball, but now has. Meldrum. Christie, good spin move, and Christie doesn't drop. And Malcolm Leak has it again for Leicester Riders. He's certainly picked up his game. Blaylock out into the corner for Johnson. Over the top, air ball.
Yeah, I kind of think Larry should probably look at passing a little bit more on the basis of that shot.
Well, that wasn't the greatest shot either in the world from Scantlebrave, and there's 2 more for John McCord, and he has an extra shot to come.
Well, if there's anybody in basketball better than John McCord on the offensive end, that's his 10th rebound. Scantleberry short off the rim with that one. McCord there to clean it up, gets the foul and the basket.
Timeout called by Billy Mims.
Timeout called by Leicester Riders. Billy Mims wants to talk it over with his team, and John McCord has a big smile on his face and saying, "I'm the man, Mr. Leak, I'm the man," all right?
Half-time in this game will be 10 minutes. It's your opportunity. We've already chosen
Good job with everything except one. They're taking the shots we want them to take. They're getting second and third shots every time. We can't stand there and ball watch. What we're doing is we're watching the guys shooting the ball. So this defender is looking here. This defender's looking here. They're slipping here, but we're not seeing it. Hey, every day we talk about what's the most dangerous spot against the zone. Behind it, behind it. That's where they're hurting us. So we've got to, if we're not guarding somebody, somebody's got to be matched up with McCord.
256.
What they're doing is they're bringing everybody over here.
That's all right. Well, we don't need to take it. Wherever McCord is, we should have somebody matched up. Talk, see McCord. All right?
We got 2 minutes and 2 seconds on the clock. McCord will have the bonus. Both teams now the team penalty.
John McCord, the man they're very worried about, and with every just cause. This 3-time All-Star, 3rd in floor shooting in the league for all time. Really is an impressive man when he gets going, and he's moved into 3rd, into 4th, and now into overdrive gear. Not too much is missing now from John McCord, whereas early on it was.
Well, a lot of people think John McCord's the best player in the country. Does a lot of things very well. Good defender, good rebounder. Offensively knows how to score as opposed to being a great shooter. He's really maybe the best player in the league.
I think undoubtedly the best player in the league, and has been for a while wherever he's been. Back at Thames Valley after a spell at Edinburgh, and showing just why they need him back. And there's Greg Meldrum to supply support with 2 more.
Nice balance, nice job there by Tony Christie to wait for the trailer. There he is, there's Meldrum, easy basket, 2 points.
Outside shot again from Leak. Certainly got the crowd from Thames Valley against him now, because he's been doing some talking, some trash talking with McCord. McCord is showing why he's number 1. Why Leak at the moment is training very much in his wake. Jackson from outside. Oh, lovely loop on that.
Nails a three-pointer.
Biggest lead of the game.
Poor Mark Jackson just kind of hangs around and, okay, I'll take a shot here and there. And he's made 2 out of 3 threes, so nice job by Jackson.
Leicester on the back foot now. What can Blaylock do about that? Oh, Johnson from outside, 8 seconds on the shot clock. There's 3 from him.
Larry Johnson.
That time, good ball movement by Leicester. And Larry Johnson nails a 3-point shot.
30 seconds left in the second quarter, nearly at half-time. A chance for Leicester to claw a couple more points back here. Here's Pernell Perry, who's got a bit cold in this game after a lightning start. He's got 11 overall in the game. Most of those, though, coming in the first quarter. 7 seconds, this will be the last shot. Shot clock down to 7, this will be the last shot. Oh, well, if you need to know any more about just how good John McCord is, there's an illustration for you. He seems to have all the time in the world. 45 points to 38 is the halftime score.
Requested by Paul James.
And Thames Valley have a 7-point advantage, mostly due to that man, John McCord, 17 points personal, and there's plenty more to come in the second half. Riders 38, Thames Valley Tigers 45.
Paul, you got a 7-point lead going in at the half. Would you have accepted that before the game started?
Yeah, most definitely. I think we came out pretty hot and Leicester came back pretty good themselves, and they've done a few things. So we've had to change up a little bit, so 7 points I'm happy with right now.
John McCord's having another storming game. 17 points at the half-time, double figures in boards as well. He's having a good one.
Yeah, John McCord's doing what John McCord does. So, you know, that's just, it's just another day at work for John. Everybody else, got a few people need to step up this second half, and if we can do that, we can be okay.
Talking about stepping up, Scans have done a good job coming in, and Mark Jackson as well, playing the point real nicely.
Yeah, very pleased with those guys. They're a bit nervous coming into the game, but now I think now we've had that first half out of the way, they'll settle down, and second half look out for some better things.
Congratulations, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
The last time these sides met in the competition, the 1998 Cup final, the Tigers won the game 82-78 thanks to an MVP display from John McCord. Does that sound familiar? In all, Tigers hold a 3-1 advantage against Leicester in cup meetings. Of course, they've met in the league in interim times, but where the cup's concerned, Thames Valley have the upper hand, and John McCord is pretty much on his way to being MVP here, even at half-time with 17 points. Here's an outside shot from Tony Christie, which just falls into the obliging hands of Billy Singleton. Now, a little bit of pace needed in the game now for Leicester, who did have that lead, lost it, and now have allowed a 7-point advantage, which McCord is trying to increase. Foul committed by Larry Johnson. Doesn't look over-enamoured with that decision, but it will be a holding foul, and it will be 2 free throws to come.
Well, great pass here from McCord to Chandler Bingham, and couldn't get the basket, but will shoot 2 foul shots.
Bingham to give Thames Valley a 9-point advantage if both of these go. First does. A lot of time and very deliberate over this free throw. And that's why. So a 9-point lead. Thames Valley just edging away, but plenty of time for Leicester to pull it around. Johnson, Leak. Again, good distribution, but again, they're packing that area underneath the hoop, making it difficult for the inside shot, but not for the outside shot. 3-pointer from Malcolm Leak. Now, can the reply in kind at the other end? Doesn't drop. And Billy Singleton again with the rebound. Johnson. This is where the comeback kids start their comeback.
3-pointer, Larry Johnson.
Another 3 for Johnson.
Well, good ball movement there. Leicester finding Johnson in the corner. Easy 3 ball from Johnson.
Just shows you 3-pointers can change the game dramatically and quickly, and they already have. Lead trimmed to 3. McCord, sideline possession. Jackson. Meldrum. Bingham. 15 seconds on the shot clock, plenty of time left, but they've given it away. Sloppy start here from Thames Valley. Johnson driving all the way through. That's nice. Very, very nice. And Johnson all of a sudden has gone to 14 points.
Well, one way to get to the basket is just knife through a couple of people. Larry Johnson with the easy finish in the basket.
A little bit of magic from Johnson there, didn't you?
No. I don't know about that one there, Bob. That one's kind of struck.
Jackson going to go baseline. Foul committed by Big Billy.
Pushing foul, Singleton.
And line possession, but Thames Valley just a point ahead now.
Well, Billy's saying there's no way you're getting to the rim. Former teammate John McCord, I'm just going to take you out.
I think he knew that was coming, don't you?
Yeah, he did.
Meldrum. Oh, another steal for... No, out of bounds. Blaylock went out of bounds with the ball. Billy Singleton doesn't agree, and he's remonstrating with the official.
And he's right. That was a foul by Meldrum, and he got away with it. And that forced Ralph Blaylock off the floor. There was the foul by Meldrum. They just didn't call it.
At the other end, the ball just bobbling around like a bar of soap. And now here's Johnson again to score for 2 more. Yes! All of a sudden, this game has transformed in the space of 2.5 minutes.
7 successive points.
Jackson. We have a Leicester lead again. 10-0 run for Leicester. Jackson for 3. No, just off. And another quick break by the Leicester Riders. And Johnson again looking to add to his tally from outside. Goes Blaylock. Well, it is time for a timeout, definitely for Paul James, because Thames Valley have almost spontaneously combusted here.
So Leicester, who were down by 7 at half-time, have suddenly started scoring baskets and points all over the place. We're going to rejoin the game now, and they're leading by 4, and it's still in the third quarter.
So a 4-point advantage for the Leicester Riders. And the significant statistic for this quarter, John McCord has not increased on his tally of 17. He's on the ball now. Jackson back in to help out as point guard so that McCord can go roaming again. Ball wide to Jackson. 6 seconds on the shot clock. They need something quick here. Meldrum's fouled. Doesn't get the 2, but Blaylock does get the foul given against him.
And you know, it's funny when John McCord shifts his role from really getting out in front of plays, he actually changes from being a scorer just to being a facilitator of the ball, and that's not his role. I'm sure Paul James will want more out of him. That time they got Greg Meldrum with his back to the basket against Blaylock in a mismatch. But they've got to find a way to get McCord into the game from a scoring point of view.
The big problem is, though, they don't have a very deep bench, so they rely on him almost to be 2 players out on the court, don't they?
Yeah, and most of the time he plays like 2 players, but you know, in this game they've certainly got him in a role where he can't affect them from a scoring point of view, and he's got to change that. Paul James has to change it.
Blaylock, Carl Brown back on the court again. Brown steps inside for 2 and drains it.
Well, there's the replay. Carl Brown. Nice shot, nice touch from 18 feet.
Not too many players on the Leicester team have suffered or enjoyed cup success. Enjoyed it with Guildford back in '92. Blaylock for 2 more. And all of a sudden, it's a 6-point advantage.
Well, watch this move. This is as smooth as it gets. Nice move there by Blaylock.
Rebound for who? Rebound for Billy Singleton. Malcolm Leake for 3 more. Oh, yes! Oh, yes! 2 back-to-back threes from Malcolm Leake.
Well, he's feeling it right now. Leake with a 3 from there.
Right on the line, so only 2 given. Looked like a 3, but a long 2 it was. And still makes the advantage bigger and bigger, but there's 3 for Jackson to reply. 3 threes from him now.
Well, that's his 3rd 3, and someone's going to figure out that Mark Jackson can make that shot. It's a 5-point game. with about 10 seconds to go.
This will be the last play. Well, that's a slight differential on the clock. It's almost exactly the same on the shot clock from the game clock. So here's Blaylock looking for the outside shot again, and it goes in! Yes, right on the buzzer, Malcolm Leake. 3-3-3 is his run of scoring. He's gone from 10 points to 19, and Leake may have turned this game completely around now. At the end of 3 quarters, Leicester Riders have their biggest lead so far in the game, 71-63 against Thames Valley Tigers.
What a basket that was in the final seconds. Now the score moves on to 80-74, and we're in the 4th quarter.
7 seconds on the shot clock. Blaylock trying to bury as well. Surely that was travel. Paul James wants the call. 1 second on the shot clock. It's not away.
See, this is what you fear, Bob. You know, these guys are trying not to win. They're actually playing not to lose. And you got to keep playing the game with this much time on the clock.
Jackson from outside. Not this time. Blaylock gets the rebound. And this time it's a fast break. Blaylock with Leake. And then it goes from Carl Brown onto Leake. 2 more points for the number 7 for Leicester.
Great pass from Carl Brown for the easy layup.
Oh, no foul, but end line ball. And Carl Brown is not happy. If he's not careful, he'll get a technical. He's really screaming at the referee there.
End line ball. There's under 6 minutes to play.
All up for McCord. Is added 4 more to his tally in this quarter so far. McCord goes baseline, gets fouled. Foul on Billy Singleton.
2 shots.
You know, if Leicester thinks this game is over, they are sadly mistaken. I can tell you, Thames Valley's can continue to play. There was the foul by Perry, 2 shots from McCord.
Foul is on Pernell Perry.
Billy's not happy.
His 2nd foul. John McCord will have 2.
5 minutes and 48 remaining in the game. Foul was on Pernell Perry. John McCord then from the free throw line as there's a cacophony of noise in Coventry. Change in personnel for Leicester.
Billy Singleton.
Ralph Blaylock comes in, Billy Singleton sits down.
Harry Johnson back on the floor for the Riders.
Not sure a substitution should be made in the middle of a free throw, but there you go.
Yeah, it seems like chaos reigns today here at Coventry.
1 more for McCord, 22 now. And 2 full sets for John McCord. And Thames Valley have 6 points to make up. Johnson again, slow build-up, wants Carl Brown to move a bit closer to him for the outlet pass. Instead he's going to go all the way, maybe trying to move the Thames Valley Tigers players around. Johnson's done well if he can get the shot away, but a good rejection there. Who's going to pick up on it this time? It's going to be Thames Valley ball, or should be. Oh, that should have been Thames Valley ball, surely.
Basketball will be for Leicester Riders. Sideline.
Well, here it is. Here's the replay. That ball went off Carl Brown. That should have been Thames Valley ball. Good call there, Bob.
They all should be out there.
No, I think you're safer here, Bob. You should be right here.
I think you're right. I think you're right. Good call. Richard Scantlebury. Billy Mims nods his head a few times, happy with what he's seeing, or certainly happy with the personnel on the floor doing what he's instructed them to do. Jackson. McCord. Going to go wide to Jackson for the 3. No. Not a great pass to Meldrum. Kept it in play, but it's a 50-50 ball. And that goes off Leicester this time.
Well, here's what I don't understand. John McCord's not even being aggressive here, and that's what's hurting Thames Valley. When he's aggressive, they're a very, very good team. When he's not, they're a very average team.
Oh, Meldrum did great to keep that ball in play, didn't he? Jackson now for 2. No, better from 3-point range. He got the shot away. I don't think so. The shot was away in time, but they've given a shot clock violation.
Again, the buzzer going off.
Ball's got to hit the rim for it not to be.
That's true, with a new 24-second shot clock is right. Change. Into the last 5 then. Johnson going the long way around. Guarded by McCord. Meldrum's picked up his man too for a while. That's Leak. Leak twists and turns. He's so dangerous from that range, but doesn't quite get the distance on it this time. And they look to McCord to try and inject something positive. Jackson doesn't go outside, goes inside to Scantlebury for 2.
Nice pass from Mark Jackson inside to Richard Scantlebury. Scantlebury there, good head and shoulders fake, gets easy basket.
What a game.
4 points the difference. Johnson. 18 points in the game for Johnson. Drives through the center. Good work again, and a foul committed, I think, by Scantlebury. No, yes it is.
Fouls against Richard Scantlebury.
Well, here's the play. Larry Johnson gets inside.
Number 3 on Richard.
No foul there, it looks to me. Larry Johnson just went up and came down when challenged by Scantlebury.
Couple of important free throws here for Johnson, and he misses the first.
See, everything you and I talked about earlier, Leicester has stopped playing to win the game. They're really trying not to lose this one.
And 2 free throws go a-begging. And Thames Valley have a chance to trim it to 1. If Mark Jackson could get a 1-pointer, a 3-pointer away to bring it back to 1 point. McCord, oh, interception made. Watch for a bit of spectacular stuff from Blaylock. Oh, just an easy layup in the end. Thames Valley have called a timeout.
78 points, Thames Valley Tigers. 84, the Leicester Riders.
Poor pass by McCord, Blaylock for an easy layup.
Got to keep doing what we've been doing. Listen, the ball goes inside. I need people moving on the perimeter. Okay? I need you moving on the perimeter, okay? Let's make a good pass out of that, John, if you ain't got nothing. All right? Come on now, let's just give you a breather now. You've done a great job coming back in here now, look. Come on, 6 points, that's all we get. A score here is 4 points. All right, then it's just a matter of playing some tough D. Have some heart out here now. Play some tough D and execute down there. Insides go outside. Insides come outside. Come on now, I need a shot from you. Greg. Come on, baby, I got one more time out. Let's go.
So can they turn it around? They have 3 minutes and 54. It's only a 6-point advantage for Leicester. And as we've seen with Mark Jackson putting in 3-pointers from all over, they can easily change, and they have possession.
Nearly 4 minutes to go, Bob. There's a lot of time to get this done for Thames Valley. John McCord needs to make some big plays, though, down the stretch.
23 points now he's notched up for the Thames Valley Tigers. He certainly looked like he was going to be heading for 30 at one stage. He may still do. Scantlebury. Oh, yes. Only for 2, but it's very effective. Johnson, again slowing things down. Half the shot clock already elapsed, and he hasn't passed it to anybody yet. 8 seconds. Bit of urgency from Brown now for 2. He's short, and the ball comes back to Carl Brown via a couple of different hands and arms, and he can reset the clock. 20 seconds. Brown. Jackson trying to guard him. Leak. Inside Perry, out of bounds. 3 seconds underneath the hoop. He was there for too long.
Good defense there by Thames Valley. Again, Leicester not being aggressive. Has got to get shots up. It's a 4-point game. 2 minutes 50 to go.
Meldrum. 15 points for the Canadians so far. Jackson has been putting in 3-pointers all over the place. Maybe looking for another one. He's certainly going in that kind of area. 6 points. 6 seconds rather. Left on the shot clock. No, it's dropped out for McCord. McCord puts it back in. Not there. Meldrum now. No room to turn. Back out it comes. That'll be Scantlebury's ball if he can get there. Jackson has it. And a foul committed by Johnson.
Reaching foul, Larry Johnson.
Well, there's a foul. Johnson there reaching for the ball. Good call there by Rob Hickman.
Jackson for 3. Not this time. Comes back out, though, to Leicester. Johnson, he's got support if he needs it from Leek, doesn't need it. Yes, he does, because it didn't drop. And that's a foul committed by Johnson. And that could be his fifth. It is his fifth. He's gone.
And what used to be a simple layup, Johnson got a little bit too fancy there and ended up missing the layup.
Well, they're giving it to Malcolm Leek instead, so he still stays on the court. Benevolent officiating, perhaps. The call had to be made, and Leek was the man who got the X given against his name. McCord, good turn. Can he get the shot away? He's fouled. 2 free throws to come.
Well, there's a replay. Foul there. It certainly looked like a foul from where we're sitting, but you know, as a player, you're never wrong.
No, of course not. Never ever. So the clock stops, 2:03 remaining. Thames Valley with John McCord, chance to pull it back to 2. There's the first of them. One more for John McCord. This can make it a 2-point game, and does make it a 2-point game. 25 points now for McCord. The Lawyers level goes into Led Zeppelin territory in the Coventry Sky Dome. Blaylock, good challenge, and he's going to get an extra free throw to come. 2 plus a bonus. Foul called on Richard Scantlebury.
Yeah, that time Thames Valley just not in a help defense position at all. And Blaylock gets to the rim, gets the basket and the foul shot. Ralph Blaylock's made every big play that Leicester has needed in this fourth quarter.
Well, very important point this could be. We'll give them a 5-point advantage. Yes.
18 points, Ralph Blaylock. Riders by 5.
Jackson, Meldrum, quick. That's what Thames Valley needs, somebody very, very quickly here. McCord, Scantlebury with 2. Jackson wanted it for 3 and it didn't drop. Jackson was calling for it for the wide open shot. Didn't get the ball. Johnson just takes the pace out of the game. 12 seconds on the shot clock. 1:23 remaining on the game. Perry, Leek for 2.
82 points, Thames Valley 89. The Leicester Riders. Timeout call.
Well, so the last timeout being called by Thames Valley. Paul James is going to have to play his last, final, and winning card. As far as he's concerned, it needs to be now. 7 points the advantage with 1:21 left.
You got the ball, John.
Now, we are really staying in the paint, all right? We're running that special. Meldrum gets nothing.
Okay, I got it.
And even when the shot goes up, you don't go in it.
Okay.
You dog his back, all right?
I got it.
Christie, if you got Christie, you cannot let him go behind you. If he beats you, you just keep visual contact with Christie.
No L1.
Larry, you're up here. If either of you get picked, Larry switches and you go right to the dotted line. The only matchup Larry's got is with Jackson. Let Scantlebury shoot it. You two, stay inside. Don't come flying out. Hey,
Not much of that voice of Billy Mims is left, is it? If it goes to overtime, I don't think it'll be to hear him at all.
Well, there's a lot of time here, as you know, Bob. 2 3-pointers, and all of a sudden this is a 1-point game. Thames Valley certainly has the capacity to do that.
And this man certainly has. He's shown it already. All of his 12 points from 3-pointers so far. Jackson might be thinking about it again. Instead goes the other way around. They're going from outside for Meldrum. Well, he can score them as well.
Well, here's the whole thing. You don't really have to foul here, but you do have to stop him from scoring. Poor defense that time by Thames Valley.
Last minute of the game, Jackson's again looking maybe for the 3-pointer. McCord's going for it. He's not really a 3-point shooter, and that showed it. So they can eat a bit of the clock down now. Blaylock, they've got it over halfway in 8 seconds without a charging foul surely there. Well, the referee didn't see it.
Well, it's
How did the referee not see it?
Yeah, but it's actually not a charge. He's allowed to grab the ball and come down in his space. He came down in a space, and he's also allowed one step. So, good call, a good no call there by the referee.
Don't think you get too many people on the Thames Valley bench agreeing with you there, but there you go.
10 points this afternoon.
Certainly that man, anyway.
Wearing 14 on the floor as Ralph Blaylock has 2
Blaylock
shots.
on the free throw line. This should just about wrap it up if both of these go in. Blaylock. 24 points we make it for Blaylock now in the game.
And no question that the man of this match has been Ralph Blaylock. He's made every play that Leicester needed down the stretch.
And he scored the points they need, the insurance points. 8 points the advantage now. Surely it's Leicester's unless Jackson can do something very quickly. Even that doesn't drop. And now it's just a case of calming things down, giving it to Carl Brown. 2 more for him. And the advantage up to 10. And Leicester are looking to turn the form book and the history books upside down. Very much on the head. Meldrum from outside. And when you need them to drop, they just don't drop. League is saying, I'll take possession of this ball, leave it to me. 12 seconds to go. It's Leicester's glory. Blaylock, and Leicester will finish quite appropriately with the ball. Brown wants to hold on to it. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Leicester Riders fans can now rejoice. They have come from behind. They've been involved in a titanic, Herculean struggle with Thames Valley Tigers, but Thames Valley just couldn't find what they needed right at the end. They started to edge back into the game, but Leicester Riders, thanks to 24 points from Malcolm Leake, 25 from Ralph Blaylock, and 20 from Larry Johnson, are putting a better team performance. Billy Mims and his team can celebrate. Leicester Riders have done it, and they've done it in style by 10 points, and an early Christmas present for somebody from Billy Mims. They go off happy. Riders have beaten the Tigers by 95 points to 85.
Billy, before the game, you said you were the Cinderella team, or now you're going to the dance.
I think we still got 2 glass shoes, 2 glass slippers Cinderella's wearing. We're going to wear them to Sheffield. We promise we're not going to break any in Sheffield Arena. Those slippers fit us nicely. We've been Cinderella all along. We'll be Cinderella come January 7th.
Now, you had a storming third quarter. What did you say at halftime to the guys to get them so fired up and perform so well?
You know, I thought that we played them 3 times. The first 2 games, we kept getting better. But today, the best first half we ever played was today. So even though we were 7 down at the half, I still thought we were going to come back stronger than them. Third quarter at our place, we beat them 35-13. We had another strong third quarter today, but an even stronger fourth. We finished well. We defended well. We rebound well. You know, some people took some cracks at us, said we were a one-on-one team. We play as individuals. Today you saw 6 players put their hearts on the floor for the folks here from Leicester. We had the biggest crowd in the house today. It was our court, our house, our game, and I'm proud of those 6 guys, my guys on the bench that got us ready all week, but we laid it on the line, we put our hearts on the floor, and I thought for 40 minutes we came to get the job done.
Congratulations. Thanks, Billy.
Thank you, Ronald.